Today we have Mr. Ayaskant Sarangi with us. He is an alumnus of 1996-1998 batch. He is the Senior Vice President Human Resources at Wipro Limited. Good afternoon, sir.
Thank you. My pleasure is all mine.
So, sir, how has your day been so far? Being a part of Kshitij and talking about the future of workforce.
As I said in my speech earlier, it is really humbling to be back in campus. Although this is the campus that I've not studied in, but I was thoroughly impressed with the size and scale of this campus here. And once you enter the hall, you see the similar familiar faces, you see similar types of questions, the same teachers, Savita ma'am especially. It just made me personally very, very nostalgic. And I'm just very, very glad to be here.
So, how would you describe your best day at Wipro Limited?
My best day at Wipro Limited? No, I mean, I really do not think I have a best day specifically. I think all days are great. I believe very strongly that as a professional, you need to go to office every day and give your best. And because you cannot always control outcomes, but if you keep giving your best, you'll hopefully end up with more good days than not so good. And then over a period of time, I've realized that it is equally important to enjoy failures as well, because it makes us more humble as professionals, and that's very important to me personally as well. That I need to be humble, I need to learn, and so I don't have categorization of best day or worst day. I just take every day as it comes and give my best.
And so, what is the one moment of nostalgia that you still discuss with your friends, till date?
About XIMB,
Yes, sir.
I think we have a WhatsApp group, and we recently had a 20 years alumni meet last year in campus. Um, I think the biggest thing I'm taking away is friendship. What my MBA degree really taught me is friendships in campuses really matter, because you will never have all the answers. So if you have a great connect with a group of people, your ability to stay relevant becomes very, very important. Otherwise, we had a set of fun, right? The dance nights, the fun part. I mean, those obviously are things that we kept discussing for long, long hours when we all met and pulling each other's leg. But I think the real deeper point of view there was the long lasting friendship that we all have as a group. We still have very, very active WhatsApp group where we keep pulling each other's leg. We great fun there.
So, sir, when you were in your college, and you might be having a certain set of dreams back then. So now that you've seen a lot, how have those dreams changed?
No, I think my learning the hard way. I think all careers look great on retrospect. As simple as that. When I was in campus and somebody told me, imagine what would life be 20 years down the line. I do not know what I would have painted. But at least two or three things are important, especially as one kind of grows in one's career. One is the whole curiosity to know new things. Second is having this learning mindset to keep learning from anybody and everybody. Don't have egos when it comes to learning, and just working hard. Because I believe if you work for any organization or if you're working for yourself, um, while there is this age-old saying that says, "Do what you love," my theory is love what you do. Right. So if you love what you do, you'll end up doing things better as compared to what you used to in the past. So yeah, I mean, I'm sorry for disappointing you with the answer, but I actually, honestly, I didn't have dreams. I mean, obviously, the only thing I was totally thinking was I wish I had more money. So, yeah, let me keep it very honest.
So, in order to conclude this discussion, I'd like to ask you to give our batchmates the three skills that they must possess to have an edge in the field of NHR.
Um, First is, and this answer of mine could have changed multiple times in the last 21 years of my work career. But I'm giving this response at this stage of my life, so it will remain where it is. The first is there's nothing called as HR in its truest sense anymore. I think the appreciation of business is an extremely critical skill. Right? At least understanding how business works, how does a company sell, and how does a company make money are critical skills for an HR leader. Point number one. Point number two is the whole ability to uh, connect and build relationships. Because HR is the founder, is the custodian of culture, and culture gets built through trust. So the point to keep in one's mind is why would anybody trust you to begin? So what is it that I'm going to do to earn trust? Right? And it starts with as elementary as having been very, very good in execution or having a great say-do ratio. So the whole aspect of connecting with people, building relationships, understanding what is in their minds, how to see the purpose of their work in an organization setup is another important trait. And last but not the least, especially as one grows in one's career, the whole ability to assess a talent becomes an extremely critical differentiator. Because most companies would judge a lot on HR people to say who are the relevant people to play this kind of a role, and then I see that's taking a lot of responsibility. Somebody's putting me in that responsibility to ask, hey, answer the question. I need to be in a position to kind of appreciate what am I when I'm saying somebody's a great guy. What are the fundamental 4 or 5 things I've kept in the back of my mind when I made that statement? So my ability to assess that talent becomes an important criteria for us. And then I kind of talked about it earlier about this whole aspect of continuous learning, being humble, learning from others, leveraging teams, you know, reaching out to peers goes a long way. And just being genuine about everything you're going to do. I mean, it is very difficult for somebody to put up a show and do that for 15 years, 20 years, 25 years. And people see through that. So just be honest and true to yourself and give your best. I think that those would be my areas of focus, at least personally, and I try to do it for myself. So,
Thank you so much, sir, for taking
pleasure.
your time from your busy schedule and having this session with us.
Pleasure.
And it was a privilege to have you on campus. And as a token of gratitude, we present this moment.
Thank you so much. Thank you.